track coaches, KMT and KFC, like persuaded me. So did Paul and Shiva. And like joining cross country, that was like probably the greatest decision I ever made in my life. And honestly, it was amazing. Sophomore year was a great year. Even though I was a cross-up runner, but I was not the greatest either. I was not the greatest. I just worked hard. And I worked hard and worked my hardest. Then sophomore year too, I tried to come up track, but I came out too late, so I couldn't do that. Then junior year came along, and that's where I think I really shined. Because I was able to make varsity, and I was like really proud of myself. But even though I was probably like the weakest link of varsity. I'm not afraid to say that, but I was. But then as the years went on, as the season went on, I just kept saying to myself, hey, you're gonna just keep thinking forward, always look forward to the future. Then senior came along, I didn't make varsity, but I pushed myself still harder, and yeah, and shit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to
only 5 push-ups.
I'm trying to hold them. I'm trying to hold them. Alright, let's go to the best thing I ever joined.
Hey guys, come out real quick. 1 to 2 minutes, right?
You're the moment.
Well, it was just my first season, and I'll just make it quick. But this was, coming to high school, I never thought I would be an athlete. I was like, who would run for fun, just like, run. And like, for some reason, the end of junior year, I was like, okay, I'll just try cross country. And then like, I was scared that I really wouldn't connect with the team, or I wouldn't really know anyone, but it was really easy to make friends, and it was just like another family, and it gave you something to do outside of school, and it was just amazing knowing all of you, and it feels kind of empty now, but I really enjoyed my first and last year of cross country.
I started out my freshman year, and I really didn't want to do cross country. I was actually like forced into doing it by Evan Toe. So thank you, Evan Toe, or maybe not, we'll see. And like when I came out like during the summer, I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. I'm dying in the heat. What am I doing? And I was like, Evan, I can't do this. And then like I was just like, okay, some of these girls look really pretty and they have nice bodies, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll stick to it. And then season came along, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so slow. And then my coaches, KSC, KMT, and Coach Harjinder wasn't a coach yet, but like he was still there helping out, and they're just like, wow, you're doing really good. And I was like, thanks, okay. And then I actually started noticing that like I was improving, and that I started a relationship with the sport, and I ended up loving it so much. And like for 4 years, I practically like dedicated my life to this. Like I remember, like even like sophomore year, like I got injured really bad, but then like I love the team so much, and like I always, oh my goodness, okay. I told Julianne I'd cry, but I don't want to. It was like, I don't know, I just love the team so much, and like I couldn't quit even though like I was injured. And I remember just like spending time with like Paul and Shiva, like always like I made their Flash costumes, and like they all got to run around. If you guys ever look in the yearbooks, or like if you saw that pink picture of Paul, like those are great memories we had. And honestly, like I look at you freshmen and I'm just like, aww. And it's just like, you know, cross country really is a great thing. And like I like, what do you call it? I recommend that you guys do it for 4 years, you know. It's something you may or may not regret, but in the end, like, you'll realize, like, wow, I really did love doing this. And, like, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't stay junior year, you know, things happen. But I'm really glad I came back because, like, I met some great people, like Nessa, Vivian, Katie's not here. And then, of course, there's the 4-year seniors, like Paul, Julianne, and Evan, and Shiva, and like, yeah, and I just want to thank everyone who was like, you know, there to push me along, and everyone else. Like, I want to thank thank Coach Harjinder, who was there even when he wasn't my coach. My old coaches, KMT and KFC. Miss Yee for giving me harsh love. And, thank you, Mrs. Bean, for always coming out. And, even though he's not here anymore, thank you, Coach Bean, for, creating, such a great foundation for the team. And, and thank you, parents, for coming out. And, thanks, guys.
Prepare anything, but all I wanted to say that is leave you guys with this advice that even though you get injured, those injuries are what is going to make you stronger as an athlete, and just keep pushing through because you'll get faster in the end.
I wrote my speech because I didn't want to cry. Okay. It's not that long. I erased half the things. No, I erased half the things. Okay. I would like to start by saying badminton is life. I'm just kidding.
2 minutes.
Okay. Honestly, this is the first sport I have ever joined that feels more like a family. There isn't really a huge gap between JV and varsity since we trained together. We ran together, we pulled through those hard workouts together, we picked each other up when we fell down. I remember my first varsity race. It was the worst time I have ever gotten. I felt so bad. I didn't think I belonged in varsity. I had convinced myself that I wasn't good enough for varsity and wanted to quit. Some of you guys that knew how I felt about my race came up to me and told me that it was just a bad race and that I did belong in varsity. I just needed to work harder because of the, because of the team and all the support we gave each other. It helped me get over this bad race and prove to myself that I do belong in varsity. I'm so thankful for cross country and everyone in the team. I regret not joining my underclassmen years, but I'm glad I eventually joined. And then, before I go to shout-outs, I want to give some shout-outs. Before I go to shout-outs, I want to, tell you guys a life lesson that I learned in high school. Okay, so TBH, you can go through high school and then a person would stay like a child. They'd act like a children their whole life, and it's so annoying because when you're talking to them, they act so mature and childish, and you're just like, trust me. Just kind of push them aside because they're really annoying. Okay, so my first shout out. Not that long. My first shout out is to the varsity girls. Thanks for a great time. I loved running with you guys. Lazarus for life. And I know one day we'll be famous. Okay. My other is to Daniel. Daniel Vite. Thanks for being my number one Mexican friend. Thanks for being there when I felt down too. And listening to music with me and crying together. And then I want to give it to Vivian Hall because if it wasn't for her, I would have never joined cross country. Our junior year, she would always come up to me and tell me, "Oh, join cross country. We need more girls." And I was like, "I don't want to join." But she kept bugging me, and I was like, "Okay, I'll join." And then, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be here. And then, okay, no, I have two more shout-outs. I want to give a shout-out to Coach, too, because he, always believed in me. When I had that bad race, I told him I didn't want to be in varsity anymore because I didn't deserve it, but he told me that it's just one bad race, and he believed in me that I can do better. Yeah. Okay, I'll save my last one to tell him in person.
No.
I'll make it quick.
Actually a
badminton player, so I don't really know why I joined cross country. But it was thanks to this one right here. Yeah, I saw her Facebook pictures and she was camping with cross country, and I was like, damn, I want to do that too. But then when I joined, they didn't do it anymore. But if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't really join. And so shout out to you and Kim because you guys are hella true. And I also want to say to the underclassmen that you should stick to a sport. And if you know that you're happy with the environment that you're in, you should stick to it, even though you may feel that at that point in your life, you'll feel like you're really useless, like you're in the lowest point that you can go. Just know that the people around you are just going to lift you up, and they're going to try to be there and be your support. But also remember that you have to be your own support and bring yourself up. Okay.
Woo! Yeah! First joined cross country in sophomore year. I don't really know why I joined because I hated running.
Because of me.
Oh yeah, okay, doesn't talk to me, and he somehow convinced me. when I came out, I hated it because our first day we had to run for 15 minutes straight, and I couldn't do that at all, and that was just so hard for me. But now I'm glad I stuck to the sport, and I think it's all thanks to the team that I came to, because everyone there was so supportive and so encouraging that I stayed throughout the whole season. And then now senior year, and suddenly I'm on varsity, and it's like, whoa, because it's something I wouldn't have imagined of getting on a few years ago. I want to tell you guys that hard work does pay off. Like when I first decided that I wanted to be on varsity, my first varsity race was really bad, and when I woke up, the first thing I thought was like, oh, I'm gonna be off varsity. Like I can't handle the pressure and I can't do this. But then all the people, when I got home, a lot of people messaged me asking if I was okay, and they were like cheering me up and encouraging me. And if you guys put your mind to it and you keep working hard at whatever it is, whether it's academics or athletics or anything in your future, oh my god, I'm messing up my words. Okay. I just want to say that you guys should keep working hard, and you guys have a whole community of people there to help you on the way, like this team. And I just really want to thank you guys for the season. And yeah.
I initially planned on just coming out for conditioning, but something about you guys made me want to stay. And
I don't know, somewhere along the way, you guys became really special. And I used to hate running, but because of you guys, I love it. And thanks for the memories.
We're almost out of recording time.
So, in my first 2 years of high school, I was a really shy guy and kept to myself a lot and didn't talk to that much people. But during the end of my sophomore year, 3 of my friends, Harrison, Jason, and Rory, told me to come out and join cross country. So I did, and I didn't know a lot of people there. And then 2 of my role models came up and talked to me and opened up to me, Alejandro Lopez and Ethan Long. They told me that cross country is not an individual sport, that you have to support each other in order to become better, stronger, and more successful in life. And I want to thank each and every one of you on the team for helping build a bond with each other and helping us grow together. And thank you for listening.
I don't know, I've never thought about joining cross country. The only reason I joined was because of this guy. And, I do regret one thing in cross country. I opened up kind of late to the whole team, which I regret. I should have opened up to the team a lot earlier. And I want to thank everybody for putting up with me, especially Carlito, and for having an awesome coach, treating us out, and all the juniors. You guys got to carry the spirit on to Iguanas. Yeah. And yeah, just thanks awesome. You guys are fam.
Really good public speaking, but I'll try my best. Well, we've been out for cross country for like 4 or 5 weeks now. I don't even remember half of you guys, but I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Thank you for being there and pushing me at practice every day. Thank you. And yeah, that's all.
One day during sophomore year, during winter break, I was just sitting at my home with nothing to do, and I just kept thinking about what did I really like about my life. I didn't really do much. I wasn't satisfied with anything, and then I just figured, oh, why not just do track? Why not do cross country? Why not get out of your comfort zone? And that's what I did. And I would especially like to thank Eric Quinn, Paul Nguyen, especially Coach, and of course all of you right here for pushing me beyond my limit to become the best man I can ever be. And it's funny how when I enter college and where I won't see most of you anymore, I'll always remember to carry a piece of cross country, to carry a piece of all of you guys within my heart. And right now, I'm just like completely uncertain, and I'm so sorry for that.
Go, Alex!
Alright, I'll try to make this quick, but first of all, I would like to say thank you, Coach Harjinder, for pushing me, telling me to not give up, and always keep my head high when I was depressed at one point. So, and I would like to thank all of you guys, the whole team, to you guys, all of you guys inspire me to run my hardest. And when I tell you guys to push your hardest, and I really mean it, like, I don't know. extend. I'll tell you guys this, but mostly Paul Nguyen, Shiv Kanan, these guys inspired me the most, guys. They always told me, always work your hardest, and no matter what, don't give up. And Christopher Ho, you told me that I'll be coming varsity senior year. You told me to keep going, and I'm here today as varsity, and because of you. So, I thank all of you guys for being here. And next year I won't be able to see you guys, but I'll come back. I'll see you guys again. And yeah.
Cross country is great. You guys, I'm gonna miss you guys when I graduate. Thanks.
You true!
Oh my God. I look at you guys now, and I was like, 4 years ago I was in your place. It's really weird how time flies, and now I'm up here, Paul's up here, Shiva's up here, and it's really weird because you start off your freshman year and it's kind of like your gateway. You're getting used to running and it's fun, right? And then sophomore, junior, senior year, it gets serious, and it just really hurts. And right now, my heart's it hurts right now because I don't know. When you become a JV runner, you're not scoring and you're not competing, and the one you fight is you. I think all JV runners know that because we're not scoring, but we're competing against our own time. And to be honest, to run against yourself, to run against time is the hardest thing, especially when you're old like me and you just can't seem to break the times that you want, and it's just really hard, and it's like either to stop or keep going. The only one who decides is yourself, and I can only credit me being here because I don't know, something just gets me to come back. And I'm gonna start with teams. I'll just do shout outs. I have to shout out to Rui, my boy, Jonathan, where's Jonathan? My other boy, Lombaya, and no, not you, Chris. Bye, Chris. And James Ragudo. These 4 guys, they've been my running buddies since like day 1, summer. And we've just been together, and it's hard. We all know how hard it is to PR. I mean, James tried doing it, Rui's been doing it, and it was just me, like, you know, not PRing, and it kind of hurt. But, you know, now that I think about it, as a 4-year runner, I really have to think that as a cross-country runner, you shouldn't always think about your time, but you should also think about the long term. You're only going to be running for so long, and really, it's a gift that you should treasure. I also have to thank Miss Yi over there.
In the back,
I have to thank Coach Harjinder for pushing me for these 2 years. I know I had a rough season last year, but this year I really try to bring it together for him. And I have to thank my parents who are also recording me and watching me, because without them, they wouldn't. I wouldn't be here. My freshman year, I would have been at home playing video games if my mom hadn't yelled at me like, you better go to freaking cross-country conditioning. So now, 4 years, and I look at you all, and you're all my family. And every year is a new family, but I treat you all like my family, and I love you guys.
Guys, quiet down.
There's like one thing I would like to say about this team, or like my whole high school career. It was like a race to me. Well, when I really think about it, it was like my high school career, it was like Montgomery Hill basically. The beginning of the race, or like beginning of my freshman year, I didn't really have a clue how to start, what to do. Like really, honestly, I didn't know what to do. Like, did I really want to try to compete to be like top varsity, or just like try to just improve by myself, you know? But then after like years progressed, now I'm like a junior, and that's when I really took cross country seriously. And then after, it's like basically when I'm running like those roller coasters, and then yeah, it's like it was really hard and tough to really get to the position I was where I am right now. Honestly, because it's really painful when things happen, and then after you still have to fight through it. But through a race, like racing, you gotta just go through it. You gotta keep moving forward. Because honestly, no one's stopping you besides yourself. If you keep yourself down, you're always just gonna stay there. Because I honestly feel that you guys have the greatest potential, and then you guys can just do your best out there. But at the end of my senior race, like basically running like the last 800 in that Montgomery Hill, honestly felt that I've done a lot. So I trained my butt off to get here, and this team has motivated me a lot as well. So I like to say that I have no regrets, even though I didn't break 17 in Montgomery this year. I still made remarkable times because of all of you guys. All the efforts and the motivation, all the happiness, all of this family. It's given me the drive to do everything I do today. Even if it's not cross country, I want you guys to basically just do your best out in life, because when high school cross country is over, you can still run. But there's one thing that you'll always miss, is that high school career of running. You're never gonna ever get that again. So I hope you guys cherish it, because I cherished it very well.
From freshman year to senior year, every moment has been a really, really happy moment for me. Even though I felt like I let you guys down this year, you guys still trusted in me, believed in me. I thank you all deeply for that. And Paul, Evan, Julianne, Coach, everyone, thank you for sharing this journey with me.
Jason, let's go!
Come on, Jason.
Sorry, I wrote out a speech and everything. I'm sorry. Cross country's been my life for 6 years.
to the coaches for an amazing season. Thank you guys for really making my 4 years here really special. It's been an honor to be your captain. Congratulations to the other seniors, especially the 4-year runners. I wanted to acknowledge the varsity girls because you guys are awesome. It's great that I got to end my 4th year on varsity undefeated. And being on the team has brought me my most cherished memories. Even though I'm no longer going to be on the team, I will always feel a part of this special group. You guys have great potential for next year, and I really hope that I can support you guys next year. You've reached the finish line, even if there is no finish line. But we made sure to make it count.
Yeah.
Thank you.